Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Jabreal. You don't know, y'all should all know me anyway. But my topic is why is there so much gang violence in Chicago? So anyone think that gang violence is the main reason why our city is being torn apart? Raise your hand if you think so. So let me tell you why is that. With so much gang activity and having hatred for each other in our kids in our neighborhoods, starting in middle schools up to now, people have hatred for each other. They don't care for each other, they don't know no better, and they don't have no respect for nobody or anybody else. That's why we so torn apart in Chicago.
That's right.
So it's two parts to my personal passion story. So back in 2012, I had a cousin named Tony. He was about 23 years old. He was on 47th and Woodline about 9, 10 o'clock at night at a BP gas station. A group of dudes walked up to him, approached him, asked him what he is. He said he wasn't none. He walked off, went back to his car, and they ended up killing him. And I ended up reading about him 2 days later in the newspaper. You know, it's sad, but, you know, it's just like, because in the city we live in, it's just they accuse people of wearing certain colors, you know, even like this color. I don't know what gang this represents with this color, but I'm just saying, but like, that's what they do. They accuse people of certain things, and just an innocent boy going to college, making something of himself, and he down there. And another incident was when I was about 13 years old. I was not too far from home when anybody is real familiar with the Gangster Disciples gang here. So I was about 13 years old. I was with a group of friends, and I got approached by them. They asked me what neighborhood was I from. I told them I'm from the low end, so that's what my neighborhood is. And they asked me would I be cool with them when I be on there with them. I said no, I'm straight. You know, and then plus it was already issues with the neighborhood I was already in with another gang, so I don't roll like that. I always got to be myself 100%. So one incident that happened not too long ago was the incident of this little boy, Tyshawn Lee, 9 years old. He was in the park minding his business when a guy named Dwight Boone Naughty, whatever his name is, and so he approached him asking him did he want to go to the store with him, and said he agreed, but he didn't have any money. So he lured Tyshawn into an alley and killed him. Now, raise your hand if you think that was a real coward move. True definition of a coward. So his father, what happened was, behind this story was, his father was in gang activity and had issues with the rival members. So that's why this boy ended up getting killed. So it's very coward-like to take out issues on a child instead of a man. If you're a man, approach a man, not a child that can't defend himself.
That's my boy.
And it's pretty ridiculous that this boy is gone. He only 9 years old. He probably had a lot going on for himself. He could have been anything in this world. Now it's taken from him because a coward wanted to be acting like a little kid. Next slide. So this particular guy right here, Joseph Coleman, known as Lil JoJo. So a story about him was back in 2012, JoJo was known for beefing with other rappers such as Lil Reese, Chief Keef, Ball Out, GBE, Glory Boys, whatever you want to call it. And Dirt, main target, Dirt. So the issue with this one is this. He was 18 years old. He probably could have had a lot of things going for him, but he wanted to consistently battle with other members. What's the breaking point about his story was he had issues with people and made videos about it, and not only like he was making diss tracks about the people he didn't like, but he was also dissing a whole gang entirely, which came to a conclusion of this happening. So in September or around that time, he posted some tweets and stuff on Facebook and Twitter, whatever the case may be, and telling everybody where he was at, basically locating himself. And the sad part is he's doing all of this while on a bike. So He was on 69th and Princeton, whatever case may be, and some guys pulled up alongside of him and killed him. And it's pretty ridiculous that he died as only an 18-year-old, but his consistent battling and targeting other people for no reason ended up costing him his life. And people think that because he died, it's more like a savage life, and that's cool, and that's something to brag about, and that's something a lot of kids want to be like. There's nothing fun beefing with somebody that could potentially hurt you. You don't know what people are capable of, no matter what neighborhood they are. And especially, this is from an Inglewood area. You don't have no other option. You say one thing, you get hurt. Simple as that. It ain't no apologize, no patching up, nothing. The only way they gonna patch it up is putting dirt over you. So it's pretty shameful that he died like that, but you know, it's like certain people, it's like I don't understand like why people would shoot, but like it's like when you consistently battle with people and create issues, and there's no way of getting around that. And I still need to stop with this foolishness, because our kids and little kids look up to that. When you see them cuss and do everything else, what are the main reasons why they doing? They see stuff like this. They imitate this. You can't imitate something that can cost you your life. So the Bud Billiken Parade. This is literally right outside of my house. King Drive. I'm from off King Drive, if anybody didn't know. So this incident was pretty pathetic. So I was actually with another student, Aaron, the junior, and me and him was walking because he lives close by, and we heard gunshots and everybody started running. Apparently, up the block from where I was at, some man got into an argument with a group of people. One got shot back here, and another one got shot in his hand, because the argument started over gang activity. And it's pretty frustrating, because with so much killing going on, this is not the perfect time to do this. You get ready to go, and now remind you that the Bud Billiken Parade happens the week before you go back to school. And this is a last time summer event. Who wants to spend their summer ducking and dodging bullets that's not even for them? Or not even, just the simple fact of it at all. Not fun at all. And, you know, especially if you have little kids around here, I see a bunch of kids come along here with little balloons and ice creams and little icy stuff like that. But you know, it's horrifying, because you have to look out for them. You know, and remind you that these are little kids out here. You gotta be more mindful that you guys do have issues like with other different gangs, and gangs come at each other. But at the same time, you gotta be mindful of who's really watching you, because at the end of the day, the people you target are not the ones that's being hit. So I interviewed a lady named Deidre Newsom from Cameron Elementary on the west side of Chicago. Well, here. So I interviewed her, and you know, I spoke to her about how does she feel about gang violence. Gang violence has always been everything in Chicago. It always been like that, 70s and 80s. It was back then, at that time, gang violence and everything was more constructive. Meaning, if you start something with somebody, they would retaliate. Not now with cowardly like stuff where you just pop up on somebody and start something with them because the color shoes they got on or the color jacket they got on. It has no meaning or purpose to it now. And I asked her, has any of her students been approached by gangs? And she said, yeah, quite a few of them, but like, it was never really like a huge serious case. It was more like kids in her school was just fighting and stuff at our school, and that's pretty much it. Next slide. I might go over a few minutes.
That's fine.
Okay, so I interviewed my friend, Rodé Johnson. Currently, he's incarcerated, but before his time of being incarcerated, I talked to him about how would he feel about gang violence. He said it's the most terrible thing in the world. And him, he said he would be okay with me sharing. Now, he was actually a member of the Black Disciples. And so he spoke out about how he felt, and the reason why he stopped is because he felt as if that this is not the life you want to live. You can't start, this is something you start and you can't finish with. You really can't. And so he made some choices to decide to step away from it and live a better life. But sadly, he made some other choices that cost him incarceration. Next slide. So my solution to all of this is make better decisions. Watch out for the kids that are around you. Be more of an influence. And instead of always worrying about who's beefing with who got 30 clips, who got blocks, who got glizzies, who got everything else portrayed in drill